In 1987, Tracy Morgan was just 19 years old. He was an up-and-coming comedian in New York, and that's when he married Sabina Morgan. Now, Sabina Morgan has been there for like a long time. They were married for 22 years. And as you guys know, as guys get more money and start doing better, things change. And for a lot of these black men, what really changes is how light the woman is, all right? So they have these kids, they move on, and all of that. Now, after that, he ended up with this chick, Megan Wollover. Now, Megan Wollover, she ended up, divorcing him. Again, she's also bad. I mean, very, very fine, right? And so I remember, the time that, they got divorced. I'm looking at her, I'm looking at him. I'm like, ain't no way that she really cares about this dude, because, I mean, like I said, ain't nothing they got in common but the fact that he got his money, okay? And so once they broke up, I believe he ended up getting like diabetes and all that. He had a really bad accident. People was roasting him. Bro, you're down bad. You look stupid. She done took your money. Now, look at this. This video just went viral. This is Tracy Morgan at age 56 hanging out with this new chick. I mean, I don't know if she's a Latina. She got a BBL, and he just looking like, I don't know, man, like somebody out of the 2000s. And of course, this is a concern. I've been seeing certain sisters making a little snarky comments. Oh, she only with him for his money. And, she's a young chick with a BBL, like she's Latina and all of that. And I kind of wanted to talk about this because this is something that a lot of men just got to understand, right? A lot of dudes spend so much time worried about women, what women think, the issues that women have, how they are operated and how they are, right? And again, I used to be a dude focused on that. And the reality is that the more you get focused on that, the less focused you are on you, all right? And I'm not trying to say you need to be cute or you need to be ugly or you need to be whatever, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're gonna deal with women, a woman that looks nice, anybody, a business partner, any kind of opportunity, you're gonna have to give somebody what they want, okay? That's just the reality. You have to do what they want. You have to be you're gonna have to have something that somebody wants. If anybody want to sit here and tell you that that's different, they are a liar, okay? This man could be 76, and guess what? As long as he got what somebody wants, he's going to end up clapping, all right? It is what it is. You don't have to like it. You don't have to, see what it is and be what it is, but this is the truth in the game, and this is the game. And the more dudes understand what the game is, the more you're gonna have to understand is this is what you can get. This is not to say that all relationships got to be so transactional and some men don't love you more than others. But if you got what you got going on and you got a nice personality and, like I said, the woman, you can support her or be with her and it don't cost you too much, keep your things going, man. So many dudes focus on the wrong things instead of being valuable. A lot of dudes focus on the pickup artistry, picking up chicks. And don't get me wrong, that stuff can definitely help. But ultimately, what keeps anybody dealing with you is the fact that you got stuff popping, all right? You tied into the industry. You a man, you can provide. People like being around you. You provide opportunities. You're somebody that a man or woman can respect. And ultimately, that is what gives you and what makes you who you are, okay? And that's just really what it is. And I know that a lot of times we make it more than what that's about, but you keep yourself valuable, you keep yourself together as much as you can, and I can guarantee you're gonna have opportunities. And there's so many women out there. Let me say this real quick. It's so many. I'm not trying to be mean, but we already know what's going on with the November cuts, with the food stamps. And this is not to say that every woman is on food stamps, because everybody's not. But like I said, man, it's a lot of women out there that have a hard time and they could be fine, just not being valuable to a higher caliber of man. The thing about dudes who are not the best looking or dudes who are a little bit older, we are really cognizant. Most men in general are understanding of, look, if we don't go out here and get it and become somebody, we're not gonna get anything. We're not gonna get no opportunities. We're not gonna get no women. We're not gonna get nothing, right? And we understand that. A lot of the ladies don't really understand the landscape as men do. Because women, like I said, some may think that the world can revolve more around them. And men have a harder life. So we know if we don't do it, it's not going to get done. And that psychological advantage is what keeps men, on average, trying to improve in the dating market, where the women kind of believe the dating market should come to us. Like, for an example, I just saw this post of this 30-year-old lady. She was like, there's 7 things I'm not going to tolerate in a relationship. And she was naming the things that she wasn't going to tolerate and, what she was going to be able to do and all this stuff. Should have seen all the women that was pretty much in the comment section, what a guy got to do for me what needs to happen for me, all this other stuff, right? And all of that makes sense if somebody wants to deal with you. If nobody wants to deal with you, it doesn't matter. And this is the part that so many ladies just don't get. They don't understand. You know, you don't live in a world that's a bubble. You live in the world that makes sense. And you have to want to make sense to the world. You can't be out here talking about what you're willing to get and what you're not willing to accept if don't nobody want to put up with what you got. The reality is for Tracy Morgan, even though he's 56, could we all be in better shape? Yes. But guess what? Somebody wants to deal with what he has. Period. Okay? Even that lady. You'd be surprised at how many ladies will say yes. And a lot will say yes. Want to know why? Because Tracy Morgan ain't busy going around talking about women, disrespecting women, talking crazy about women. I mean, he's too busy being successful. And once you're being successful, your work speaks for itself. And again, it's a lot of work for a man to have to come and do this because a lot of younger men are just too busy, complaining about what's going on instead of just putting in the work. And when you put in the work and you're doing what you're supposed to do, guess what you're going to see? You're going to have success. Okay? You are going to have success. And these other guys are going to be out here not solid. They're not going to have no business. And you're going to be out here always impressing people in the industry you want to be in, impressing people, at your job, impressing people, impressing customers. As long as you keep impressing people are going to want to deal with you. Everything's going to always get better. You're going to always have more money. You're going to have more opportunities. You're going to have better looking women. You're going to have all these things because you're concerned about always making sure that the people who can give you more are going to be happy. You're going to be establishing goodwill with people, all right? And that's Tracy Morgan is doing. He's establishing goodwill, and that goodwill is bringing that lady towards him. Somebody going to say, well, she's still going to be dealing with some dude on the side. She might, okay? But guess what? If he was a dude on the side, she'd still be dealing with somebody else. Don't matter. The fact is she dealing with you? A lot of people deal with somebody on the side. Okay? That's kind of what happens. What does that got to do anything with what we're talking about? That's the whole situation, all right? And that is the situation, period. Worry about what you're doing. As long as he can afford whatever he dealing with and he got what he want, he winning. Because you know what? You are going to pay. Everybody is going to pay a price, all right? And he paid it already. She like it. If she there for the money, guess what? If she leave, it's going to be somebody else that's going to be there. And guess what? He'll be able to pick up. If men just worry about what they are doing, everything going to be all right. That's all you got to do. Worry about what you got popping. Worry about what you got going on. You're going to be fine. Going to be fine. You can even look crazy like him. You can look crazy like him, walking around looking like an asshole, and somebody is still going to deal with you. I can guarantee you. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We out.